7:38, time to focus on business right now. Business editor Mike Eppel joining us. Mike, we were just reporting on this. After only 2 years in the country, Target is shutting its doors.
Yeah, it's going to go down in the business school textbook as an epic retail fail, in as much as this is a company that came north of the border amidst much fanfare 2 years ago when it bought the Zellers locations for $1.8 billion from the HBC. Everybody was excited about Target coming from the States to the Canadian market, but what happened was they basically just rested on the success of their U.S. brand and took for granted, really, the Canadian shopper, because they didn't offer what people expected, prices to match what they'd get in the U.S., which maybe was a little bit overly optimistic from Canadian shopping standards. But don't forget, back then, our dollar was pretty much at parity. So theoretically, that would have been the first positive. And then you went into the stores, and the shelves in some cases were empty. They had massive supply chain issues. The problem, or disappointing fact about this all, though, is the fact that they gave it less than 2 years. They say they're not going to make any money. They projected no money to be made at the Canadian operations of Target until 2021. But again, there's no patience for any type of failure when it comes to retail or any type of business management at this point. So they're pulling the plug and taking a $5.4 billion charge against the earnings. So it's a liquidation process. We're not entirely sure when these stores are going to close, but just a terrible day, really, for the Canadian retail space. Now, that's just one of several huge stories going on today, Ted, because we've got the BlackBerry takeover rumors, which were front and center last night, and BlackBerry and Samsung both outright dismissing all of that talk. No talks had been taking place. You wonder if maybe, behind the scenes something's going on, but the stock of BlackBerry is down sharply in early trading activity. And the bigger news from a global market implication this morning was what happened overnight in Switzerland, where the central bank ended a policy of pegging the Swiss franc to the euro. That sent off a cataclysmic shockwave through the currency markets, so much so that our dollar jumped by a full cent earlier. The price for oil is up sharply for a second day, and we're actually seeing some buying in the overall market. So major volatility in what has been quite the day already in the business and market news. Ted, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Mike. A busy 24 hours for our business editor, Mike Eppel. You can hear Mike on 660 News at 26 and 56 after the hour.